Good evening. Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Jennifer Diet. I'm the principal at Shelton High School. Thank you. This is one of those fabulous evenings that we get to honor our students in more ways than maybe we knew. Some of you may recall being at your senior awards, maybe in this very same place. I know I have those memories. Tonight is the night when our students find out the honors that they're receiving, the scholarships that they're receiving. They will get their honor cords that they will wear at commencement. And this is just a really great time for them to show their pride and for us to support them and show our pride of them as well. If you would please stand as we have the NJROTC Color Guard present our colors. We have Cadet Philpott, Cadet Sherman, Cadet Cassidy, and Cadet Knight. Our national anthem will be sung this evening by our Shelton High School Choir Quintet.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare was bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, choir. We will remain standing until our colors are retired.
Order. Colors. Ready. Cut. Right. Haste. Forward. Heart.
Thank you, NJROTC and our Shelton Choir. Again, we're here this evening for the class of 2019, and to start us off, we've got one of our school counselors.
Hello and good evening. As many of you know, I'm Sam Caffey, one of the school counselors here at Shelton High School, and up next I have Mike Beyer from the SHS CTE department.
Wow, thank you for coming, everybody. Leading us off, I have the pleasure and the honor of presenting my department's award. You know, it takes me back just a second to really look out there and recognize all the faces. I'm a brand new teacher here with Shelton. This is my first year. And I'm blessed to have met quite a few of the students that are sitting out in the audience today. And I have this sense of pride as I see these students that are here to receive their honors tonight. Which is kind of funny for me because I'm actually a Tumwater T-bird, so I kind of hated Shelton. It was a long drive to get here, and usually the way home we had fresh bruises. Their football team was really good in the mid-'80s, and their wrestling was brutal. And then I meet some of the students that I had this year, like Ammon. Some things just don't change around Shelton. Okay, well, I know we have lots to get through tonight, so with no further ado, I'd like to invite Mickey Richter up. Mickey, where you at, buddy? Come on up. Mickey has been chosen by the CTE department faculty to represent SHS 2019 CTE Student of the Year. CTE encompasses many different disciplines. There's the automotive field, welding, foods, ASL, photography, construction, and probably a couple I'm forgetting. Mickey has participated in many of those disciplines. He has been a completer in several of those programs, taking all the courses offered. And I can tell you personally, Mickey is in my automotive class, has been for a couple of years, since I started in April last year. And it's been a pleasure to have met him, and I'm certainly going to miss him, but he's going to be very successful in the field of automotive, and if he chooses to, welding or construction as well. He's very, very versatile individual. So with no further ado, Mickey, thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mike. Next up, I have Lorna Martinson from the SHS PE department.
Good evening. Welcome, and I've been homesick all day, so I'm going to try to squeak as good as I can. I first want to congratulate all the seniors here that are getting the awards and the scholarships. You guys have worked hard for it, so my hat's off to you. Good job, guys. Okay, I'm here to present the Physical Education Department at Student of the Year. And in physical education, you get those kids that are great athletes, and they play hard, and they're just awesome at everything you do. Doesn't matter what game you throw, they're great. But you also get those students who aren't so good at the games, but they're really good at helping other students learn. And both those kids are critical in our physical education program because we want kids to be lifelong learners. So this student has a combination of both. He's a great athlete, he's a great role model. In fact, he said to me, Mrs. Martinson, because he has another class, but he said, Mrs. Martinson, there's kids in there that are still learning, and when I play with them, yeah, I could take over, but they won't learn if I do that. So I'm going to spread out the ball. And I just love the way that he approaches life. So our selected physical education department student of the year is Max Johnson. He'd come up. He's also really tall. So this is the guy that makes the people around him better. So thank you, Max, for all you do.
Thank you, Lorna. Next, I have Reva Fowler and Brian Pranty representing the SHS Math Department.
Hello and good evening. I'm Reva Fowler, and as the Math Department Chair, I'm privileged to participate in this wonderful night. Each year, the Math Department has the opportunity to recognize a student who has demonstrated excellence. This year, we've chosen a student from our Advanced Placement Calculus class. I would like to introduce Mr. Brian Pranti, who will present the award for Outstanding Mathematics Achievement and Citizenship.
Usually I ad-lib these things, but Mrs. Fowler made me write some notes down, so please bear with that. I've been very fortunate to be teaching here in Shelton for, I don't know, 2, 3 years. This is my 40th.
And we're counting.
They're waiting for me to retire for sure. But you know, I've been here long enough that you see so many good kids come through Shelton, and a lot of times they don't get the recognition that they deserve. And so this kind of a night is wonderful for them. You know, they go on to college, they go to the military, they go into trade schools, they get internships. And seniors out there, I was talking to some people in the back, we don't hear enough about what happens to you once you leave this campus. It'd be nice with social media. Let us know. Let us know about what you're doing. So, with that said, I've been teaching calculus and pre-calculus for the last several years, and I see all these wonderful kids come through. They're academically oriented, they really get after it, and they're very dedicated to their studies. And you'll see them later on when they get scholarships and their honor cords, and so real nice. Our recipient tonight for the math department, she shows a great deal of trying to do her best. She always comes to class with an enthusiastic attitude, always wanting to challenge herself, is always engaged in the work, and is so willing to help other kids in class. Really a top-notch kid. I would like to thank her parents for raising her. Wonderful job, parents. And if I could add it in terms of fishing, if you were to catch her and land her on your boat, she is a keeper. My only problem is I'm a Central graduate, and it's real tough for me to honor somebody that's going to go to Western. And, you know, she's going to go there. She's going to study environmental science. She wants to be part of the Peace Corps. She wants to do nonprofit work with conservation groups. And so, with all that being said, we would like to recognize Carissa Wedman. Is Mr. Lacey in the house? Mr. Lacey, are you here? Okay, I know the difference between weight and mass. Do atoms have mass? You're not following for it? Of course they have mass. I just didn't know they were Catholic. Oh, now I can be relieved. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian Pranti and Reva Fowler. Thank you. That was good. Next up, I'm here to introduce Sean Ames, one of our fellow school counselors.
Good evening. I'm Sean Ames, and I am here to announce Deidre Peterson for the Shelton Kiwanis.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Deidre Peterson, and I'm here tonight representing Shelton Kiwanis Club as a proud Shelton High School graduate. For 95 years next week, the Kiwanis Club of Shelton has served Mason County community with an emphasis on youth and education. In 2004, we established our foundation, and since that time have invested $150,000 back into our community. Each year, we provide scholarships to graduating high school students pursuing college or trades, and this year we'll be awarding 10 scholarships. We as a Kiwanis Club are grateful for this opportunity to promote an educated community and an educated world. I'm going to start by announcing our Kiwanis Foundation General Education Scholarship Award recipient, Maria Tovar Alvarez. The foundation also awards one scholarship each year to a student pursuing nursing. This year's Thompson Family Scholarship goes to Quinn Lacey. And this year we were so incredibly impressed with the caliber of the students who were pursuing nursing that we awarded an additional scholarship, which goes to Julia Solano Martinez. Recognizing also the importance of careers in the technical fields and trades, the Shelton Kiwanis Foundation reserves one scholarship specifically for those students. This year's recipient is Tristan Newby. Next, we have 4 scholarships that are dedicated to students majoring in education, honoring a legacy gift by longtime Kiwanian Del Albalane. Those recipients are Jillian Abbey, William Johnson, Viola Landman, and Michaela Porter. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. And Viola.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Michaela.
Thank you.
Kiwanis also sponsors the service leadership organization Key Club, of which I was a member when I was in school. And we designate a scholarship for students who are actively engaged in that organization. This year, we actually have 2 awards. One of our longtime Kiwanians, Ron Pennell, known to some of us as Mr. Kiwanis, passed away last year. And with the generosity of his estate, we're able to establish an additional scholarship this year. Our first General Key Club scholarship goes to Alyssa Acton. And our Mr. Kiwanis Key Club scholarship goes to Josephine Bedouin. Shelton Kiwanis Foundation also provides funding towards the Forest Festival Princess Scholarships, which will be awarded later this evening. But on behalf of the entire club, congratulations, graduates. Well done, and we are so proud of you and excited to see what you have planned for the next part of your lives.
Next up, we have Derek Rickert with the Chris Bullock Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening. My name is Derek Richard. I'm a class of 2003 graduate of Shelton High School and have the honor of presenting this year's Chris Bullock Memorial Football Scholarship. Chris was a close friend of mine, and while he is no longer with us, his spirit lives on through his friends, family, and in many ways the recipients of this scholarship. When I think about Chris, words like loyalty, friendship, perseverance, and dedication come to mind. He was all of those things on the field, but as much as Chris loved the game, it didn't define him. Rather, it was his love for life and his commitments to others that are the true embodiment of the person he was. And so it's only fitting that this scholarship isn't so much about the caliber of the player as it is about the character of the person. Each year, the coaches of the football team have the responsibility of choosing 2 young men who display those same qualities and characteristics that Chris did. and the recipients are in return charged with carrying on Chris's legacy. How each of the recipients chooses to do so is entirely up to them. However, I would like to offer a little bit of advice. Let this scholarship be a daily reminder of how fragile life is. Let it push you to make this world a better place by the choices you make, and let it motivate you to soak up everything this life has to offer. I wish you both the best of luck in your future endeavors. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipients of the Chris Polk Memorial Football Scholarship, Jake Myers and Ammon Anderson. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Susan Johnson and Mary Pettibone for Anna's Bay Corral.
Good evening. I'm Susan Johnson, and with me is Mary Pettibone. We're with the Anna's Bay Corral, and our mission is music that builds community. And one of the ways we do that is through our scholarship fund. We established our scholarship fund in 2014, and to date, including tonight's recipient, we've awarded 12 scholarships to graduating seniors. These seniors will be going to college to do career, hopefully, in music-related education, performance, dance, and we're just so pleased that we're able to support music and the arts in the younger people's lives going forward. The scholarships are funded partly in remembrances of individuals who have been very important to Anna's Bay, and partly by all of you. If you've attended any of our concerts, you've heard me ask, please give generously so that we can support our youth going forward in their education. Tonight's recipient is Mr. Noah Scott Benson. In addition, to his excellent academic records, Noah has been involved in music since preschool. He joined his first choir in the 3rd grade, and since the 8th grade has been involved in the Shelton High School Night of Musical Theater. Thank you very much. For those of you that are interested, we're going to have a concert again this next Saturday. We had one last Saturday at the Civic Center, and part of those contributions went to Noah's scholarship. We're also doing one this next Saturday, May 18th, at the Hub in Belfair. Hope to see you there. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Miss Susie Worsbecky.
Hi, good to see you guys. And Sean and I are not twins, even though oftentimes kids now think that we are. So first I want to introduce from the Mason County Hospital Auxiliary Scholarship, Carol Goodburn and Julie Martin.
Good evening. We represent the Mason General Hospital Foundation Auxiliary, and we are pleased to be able to award scholarships tonight to graduating seniors who are interested in pursuing a career in a medically related field. The money that funds these scholarships comes from proceeds from the Mason General Hospital gift shop and donations that are designated for this purpose. The hospital gift shop is staffed by volunteers of the auxiliary who donate their time each week in order to make it possible to award these scholarships. This year, we are proud to award scholarships to the following Shelton High School graduating students: Alyssa Acton, Allie Godwin, Caitlin Holt, and Julia Solano Martinez. We're very proud to be able to help these individuals in their pursuing their careers. This year, we are also awarding 2 special scholarship awards in honor of our auxiliary president and gift shop manager, Sue Glenn, who passed away unexpectedly last August. Sue was a part of the community board instrumental in the onset of the Health Science Academy here at Shelton High School. The eligibility for this scholarship was based on a graduate student having participated in the Shelton High School Science Academy and pursuing a career in the medical field. The scholarships in memory of Sue Glenn are awarded to Caitlin Holt, and Julia Solano Martinez.
Thank you so much. Next, I would like to introduce Amy Cooper. Amy is from the Mason County Forest Festival Scholarship.
Good evening. I am here to honor the seniors that are serving on our Forest Festival Royalty Court. These guys represent Mason County. They do a fabulous job visiting all of our local service clubs. They make community appearances, and they travel to parades and festivals all over Western Washington all summer long. We truly appreciate all of their hard work and the hard work that their families put in. And we appreciate their devotion to Forest Festival and representing Mason County in such a great way. So I would like Ethan Payment, Julia Castro, Bryce Dady, and Jillian Abbey to join me on stage, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. And next, I would like to introduce Dina Alley. She's here to present the Dolly Family Scholarship.
Thank you, everyone. I am Dina Alley. I'm the associate principal here at Shelton High School. I want to give you a little background about this scholarship. Unfortunately, Thor Dolly couldn't be here with me this evening. He's normally here to help present these. Thor walked into my office 3 years ago and said, I just want to help, and I want to help students directly, and I want to help them regardless of what their plan is. So for the last 3 years, Thor, in memory of his late wife, Diane, has written checks straight to our students, and this year we have 5 recipients, and they'll meet with Thor next week for a luncheon so that he can present his awards in person. They go to Waverly Thomason, Waverly is going to go to the University of Washington to study to be a medical examiner. Ivriana Alexander. Ivriana is going to Pacific Lutheran University to study to be a neonatal nurse practitioner. Maria Tovar Alvarez. Maria is going to go to the University of Washington to be an engineer. I know Caitlin's here. Caitlin Hulte. Caitlin is going to Tacoma Community College to begin her studies to be an OBGYN. And Benjamin Pierce. Benjamin is going to attend Northwest University to study to be a psychiatrist. So please help me congratulate all of these students. Thank you very much. There we go. So Sam Caffey is back, and he has some more scholarships to share with us.
Thank you very much. And back with me is Brian Ducker from the SHS Science Department.
You got a silver spoon up here. All right. Good evening. I have the honor tonight to present for the Science Department. We gather at lunch every day and discuss lots of things, and a lot of people, and a lot of students, and things like that. And to keep my tradition of being very short on this, the Science Achievement Award, awarded the Outstanding Science Student of the Year, which is given to one senior every year. And this senior has been through a lot of our science classes. I think we have the privilege of saying in science that our students really like us because they're only required to take 2 credits, and most of them take 4, especially the ones that get this award, 4 or more credits. So anyway, I'd like to give this to Josie. I haven't pronounced her name right yet, so I'm not going to try her last name at least.
Following Brian is Connie Bingham from Pioneer Kiwanis.
This year we have the honor of giving 4 scholarships for $1,000. This is always a special treat for me because coming back here I get to see my 8th graders graduating and moving on to their next stage of life, so that's always exciting for me. Our first recipient is Tristan Newby. Even in middle school, Tristan was very interested in robotics, and it was a new discovery for him, I think, and he really enjoyed it. We also have Mac Howard. Mac was fortunate enough to travel with me to DC his 8th grade year, and he was one boy with 5 other girls, poor boy. We also have Josie. I'm not going to fail her last name either. I don't even know where to begin with Josie. I had so many memories. She was in my ASB, my math, and she was always a volleyball player for me, and I always enjoyed her company. And our last one is Keegan Leach. Keegan Leach was also with me for ASB, and she did a lot of sports with me, and I always enjoyed her company.
Thank you, Connie. Following Connie is Ansha Fortier from the SHS Social Studies Department.
Good evening. So I don't have money, but I have flowers for our recipient. So I have the honor to hand over the lovely flowers and the certificate to our Social Studies Student of the Year. So she has been a standout student within the Social Studies Department for the past 3 years. She has shown a love and passion for both history and government, so much so that she is pursuing a career as a social studies teacher. As a department, we are excited to see what Jillian will do in the future, and we have high hopes that she will come back to Shelton High School and be an amazing asset in our Social Studies Department. Camden, if you're here, watch out. And would Jillian Abbey please come up?
Thank you, Ansha. Back up again is Sean Ames.
Please welcome to the stage Jolene Scott with the Shelton Educational Office Professionals Julie Gerald's Memorial Scholarship.
Hi, good evening. It's my honor to present the Julie Gerald's Memorial Scholarship on behalf of my association, the Shelton Educational Office Professionals. Julie Gerald's was Shelton High School's principal for 14 years. Some of you might remember her. I do. I was her office aide in high school. Julie was a beautiful person with a real zest for life. I remember her being someone who truly enjoyed working with the students, and she was an adult who could really easily connect with the kids, and I loved her. Julie was a lifelong learner, which makes it no surprise that she continued her own education while she was working at the high school. Julie was pursuing a degree in healthcare field when she was diagnosed with cancer and succumbed to her illness in 1991. To honor Julie, the Shelton Educational Office Professionals established the Julie Gerald's Memorial Scholarship Fund. The scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior from Shelton High School or choice, and the requirements are that they plan to continue their education in one of these 4 areas: healthcare, office management, accounting, and office technology. This year, our association will provide 2 scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each, renewable at $500 per year for 2 years. One of the really neat things is for our scholarship committee is to be able to go through the scholarship notebooks and just really realize what great kids we have. And so the decision is always hard. But this year, I'm pleased to announce that both recipients will be pursuing a nursing degree after graduation. So I'd like you to join me in welcoming Rosa Mendoza and Ian Strozik to the stage. So we'll make sure that they get their awards. And thank you very much.
Thanks, Jolene. Next up, we have Sandy Tarswell and Ryan Scholes from the Robert and Donald Drake Scholarship.
Good evening, seniors, and congratulations. The Shelton School Board awards the Drake Scholarship, named for 2 brothers who died way too young, Robert and Donald Drake. Robert died of an ear infection at the tender age of 13, and with today's knowledge of medicine, it's sometimes hard to comprehend the loss of life due to an ear infection. Donald, class of 37, was a casualty in World War II when his submarine was lost at sea. But the Drake family was never defined by its tragedies. It was resilient and created this scholarship. And I think the Drakes would be proud, so very proud, to see the Shelton schools today with its many students in the Health Sciences Academy, because in essence, their legacy began with health science. Because the Drake sons never had the chance, this scholarship provides the opportunities for other Shelton graduates like Ryan Scholes.
Good evening and congratulations. It's hard to believe that 18 short years ago I was sitting where you are. It's an honor tonight to be able to present this award with Sandy. Being a Drake Scholar myself, I was able to lessen the financial burden on my family and myself. I attended college outside of the state and moved back to this fabulous town where I will always call home. And since returning, I've embedded myself into the community through working locally, building my home, and now volunteering within multiple agencies. Shelton has come so far since I graduated in 2001, and it proves it because you're all here tonight. If you take anything away from tonight, please keep applying yourselves. Follow your hearts. Life is not always what you think it will be. You'll find out it's much better. And wherever you land, try and immerse yourself in the community and give back, because it's an amazing feeling.
Like Ryan, Drake scholars have always demonstrated strong qualities of leadership along with the superior ability for continued development. The Shelton School Board is pleased to present the Robert and Donald Drake Scholarship Award for $1,000 to 2 recipients. I'd like to ask Maria Tovar Alvarez. Come up. Is Maria here? Ah, here she comes.
And I'd like to present for Tristan Newby.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next to the stage, I would like to welcome Joseph Diaz of the RC Flyers Sanderson Field Scholarship.
Good evening. I'm Vice President of the Sanderson Field RC Flyers. We are the local chapter of the Academy of Model Aeronautics. We've been around since the mid-80s. Every fall, we put on a swap meet, an RC swap meet, and the profit of the table sales is dedicated to our scholarship fund. Our scholarship committee looks for an applicant that's strong in math and plans a career in either engineering or aviation industry. This year's recipient made the committee's work real easy. He's a very impressive young man that's worked very hard. This year's $750 scholarship goes to Mr. Mac Howard.
Thank you. Please welcome Susie Wurzbicki back to the stage.
Hi, I would first like to introduce Dickie Wheaton. She's here to present the Ryan Wheaton Scholarship.
The idea behind this scholarship is to help repay this community and to reward a high climber who worked hard to become a first-generation college student like Ryan and I were 20 years ago. With that in mind, it is an honor to present the 2019 Ryan Wheaton Scholarship to Jesus Rodriguez de Santiago.
Thank you. I will be happy to give it to him. He will be most excited. Thank you. So next I'd like to introduce Darren Moorcraft. He's here from Sierra Pacific for a scholarship.
So I'm pleased to represent the Sierra Pacific Foundation this evening. The Sierra Pacific Foundation supports youth and community-based programs in the areas we operate facilities. During the past 40 years, the foundation has provided scholarships to hundreds of students. For the 2019-2020 school year, over $649,000 has been awarded to 209 students. The Sierra Pacific Foundation is pleased to be able to help students further their education. I'm proud to present the scholarships of $2,500 to Stephanie Manzo and $2,000 to Caitlin Haynes.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you. I'll take that one. You bet. Thank you. And then next, I'd like to introduce from the Skookum Rotary, Don Wheelander and Blaze Gorney.
Good evening. My name's Don Wielander, and I'd like to introduce Blaze Gorney.
Do any of you know where the money comes for scholarships that we're handing out to the students this year? That's close. How many don't know? It's Oyster Fest. Oyster Fest generates all of the funds for scholarships and quite a few other things that the Rotary clubs do. And not only do we generate funds and give the money away throughout the year, but all of our vendors are service clubs. So they derive their income from our Oyster Fest too. So go to Oyster Fest this year.
Okay, so we have quite a few scholarships to give out. If I could have the students come up here and then remain on the stage as we hand out the money. Our first scholarship is a $1,000 vocational scholarship to Allison Havnar. And we also have a $1,000 scholarship, vocational scholarship to Luke McPhee. Our next scholarship is a $1,500 academic scholarship to Michaela Porter. Our next one is a $1,500 academic scholarship to Kaylee Sloan. And continuing on, we have a $1,500 continuing education scholarship to Joshua Doring. Next is another $1,500 continuing education scholarship to Carly Mankey. And one more $1,500 continuing education scholarship to Carrington Waylett. And we have some memorial scholarships. The recipient of the Mary Penny Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 is Caitlin Holt. The recipient of the $1,500 Robert Burns Scholarship for the Performing Arts is Noah Benson. The recipient of the Janice Bird Memorial Scholarship for $1,500 is Josephine Bedoin. Boudbois, excuse me. The recipient of the Doug Larson Memorial Scholarship for $1,500 is Savannah Knudsen. Our next scholarship, the recipient of the Lee Gillis Memorial Scholarship for $1,500 is Jillian Abbey. The recipient of the Joy Dosher Memorial Scholarship for $1,500 is Keegan Leach. The recipient of the Terry Olson Memorial Scholarship for $1,500 is Tristan Newby. The next one is the Tom Spikes Memorial Scholarship for $1,500, Jessica Schreiber. And Blaze, this is a special one. I think you want to introduce this one.
Let's see. Oh, the Skookum Inspirational Scholarship, $1,500, Zachary Rose.
And our last scholarship we're giving tonight, the recipient of the Bryson Finley Memorial Scholarship for $2,600 is Jacob Tormanen. Congratulations to everybody. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You can meet up afterwards for your picture. Thank you so much. Sam Caffey's back with some more scholarships to share.
Thank you. Tonight we have a very special guest, John Tupper from the Nimrod Club.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Shelton Nimrod Club, I'm honored to present this $1,000 scholarship to a fine young man, Zach Rose. Congratulations.
Thank you, John. Following John is Dave Frost from the Mason County Fire District 4.
Good evening. Tonight, Mason County District 4 is giving out 2 awards, or 2 scholarships to Joseph Hill and Cody Dean. And these are $350 each.
Thank you, Dave. Following next is Susie Wiersbicki, but this time she's representing the Shelton Educational Association.
Hi. So I'm here tonight as your Shelton Education Association Vice President to award a scholarship for people that would like to be teachers or counselors or go into education. We all believe that education is an honorable and a hard and lovely and rewarding experience, and we're really excited when some of you would like to join us in the ranks. Full disclosure, I did not pick these people. I'm a school counselor here. I did not read and pick. I'm just here to present, okay? So tonight I'd like to honor Noah Benson and Julia Abbey. So our greatest hope is that you'll come back to your student teaching with us and become co-workers.
Thank you.
Does that sound good? Okay. Right? See you in the staff room.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. And back up again is Sean Ames.
Please welcome Fred Seaholm from the H. Perry Jones Scholarship.
Thank you. In 1890, my grandfather, Perry Jones, came to Shelton at the age of 10. Grandpa Jones wanted to get an education, but in those days Shelton had no high school. So after he got what he could in Shelton on his own, he moved to Tacoma, supported himself with a very long News Tribune paper route, and graduated from Stadium High School. Grandpa Jones came back to Shelton, married, managed local grocery stores here, and had 2 daughters. My mother, Doris Jones Seaholm, class Irene S. Reed, class of 26, and my Aunt Marjorie, valedictorian, class of 31, Irene S. Reed. And I'm 1953, Irene S. Reed. Anyway, Aunt Marjorie, in her will, set up a trust that made the award of this scholarship possible. And so today, we're going to be awarding to the 4-year scholarship to Quinn Lacey. Is Quinn here? I guess she's not here. At any rate, I have a little news for you, Quinn. At the trustees meeting, oh, Quinn, there you are. Last week, the trustees voted against giving you a 4-year $11,000 scholarship and decided to give you a 4-year $12,000 scholarship. In addition, we also awarded a smaller scholarship, and this one is go to Allie Godwin. And Allie, this says that it's a 4-year $5,000 scholarship, but it's not. It's a 4-year $6,000 scholarship.
Thank you, Mr. Seaholm. Please welcome Dawn Coleman from the Hood Canal Lions Club.
Good evening. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm Lion Dawn. And I'm also happy to have 3 other of our Lions Club members here from the Hood Canal Lions Club. The last 2 years, we provided 2 $500 academic scholarships. This year, we're going to award 4 because of some of our active Lions said we've just got to do more. And one of the major things other than scholarship and activities is most of our scholarship recipients will have gone to Hood Canal to school, excuse me. And, but in this case, we're ordering a 4th one for somebody from Mary M. Knight School. Very deserving candidate, so I'm very pleased to be able, we've upped that for this year at least. And anyway, the Hood Canal School, or Hood Canal Alliance, excuse me, not only does scholarships and supports the local school district in our area, which is Hood Canal School, but we also do a lot for emergency services, and we also do the cancer thing out there, and I forget the name of it. But anyway, on the Hood Canal. But tonight, we have 3 people we're giving $500 scholarships to. 2 are in the attendance, and that's Joseph Hill and Allison Havnar. If you would come up, please. And the 3rd person was Kylan Powell, who was not able at the last minute to attend. So anyway, Joseph Hill, well, they're all hard workers, and they've all done well and showed that they're worthy of your support. And we take it very seriously, the scholarships we give, because these young people are our future, and we recognize that, and we appreciate that very much. And Joseph Hill is a very goal-oriented person, as you can see by his uniform. He has something to do with fire departments and probably will later on in life. And Allison Havnar, like they've all got good GPAs too, which we really appreciate. And anyway, we like the fact that you've been active in your community, and just, well, we expect a lot for you, and I know you have worked very hard to make yourself a good student. And if either one of you would like to say just a couple words, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, I guess I'll just have to award these certificates. Allison and Joseph Hill. And would you come up this way for us? Thank you, folks.
Thank you. Next, we have Lori Thompson from the Washington State Opportunity Scholarship.
Good evening. My name is Lori Thompson. I work out of Educational Service District 113. I work for Washington STEM as the Capital Region STEAM Network Director, and I also represent the Washington State Opportunity Scholarship. Since 2011, the Washington State Opportunity Scholarship has been giving $22,500 scholarships over the course of 5 years to select students who choose to enter a STEAM major in a 4-year university. And it is my great honor and privilege to announce that 4 students from Shelton High have received the award this year. This is $22,500 over 5 years, so it's not small potatoes. So would the following students please come up? Maria Tovar Alvarez, Michaela Porter, Mac Howard, and Dalton Edwards. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you. Please welcome Susie Worsbicky back to the stage.
Okay, here we go. So I think our next presenter, thank you, this is like an audience participation part of the day, right, is George Bowen. He's from the Hood Canal, Kiwanis. Sorry, I lost my words, George.
Good evening. I'm representing Hood Canal, Kiwanis. We have 2 recipients this evening. This young woman has exhibited her achievement in studies, having attained a 3.85 GPA. As a member of Shelton High Key Club, she has joined Kiwanis efforts in community service by participating in Oyster Fest, Maple Glen visitations, and other club activities. We also recognize her efforts in working with youth, tutoring elementary grades, and serving as a camp counselor. Her school activities include serving as a class officer, participating in the Associated Student Body, basketball, soccer, knowledge ball, and she has been pinned by the National Honor Society. Having hopes in an engineering career, she will be attending the University of Washington. For all the above reasons, Hood Canal Kiwanis and your own Shelton Key Club is awarding a $1,000 scholarship to Maria Tovar Alvarez. Our second young lady is somebody we're very proud of. In keeping with our Kiwanis Club support and involvement with students from Hood Canal, we are happy to recognize a young woman who has participated in athletics such as fast pitch, soccer, volleyball, cheer, and an arduous canoe journey. She has played in AAU and tribal basketball leagues. When not supporting a 3.05 GPA, she also played in the band. Enough about school. She has served her community elders, assisted in community dinners and soup kitchens. Her work with youth has involved summer recreation programs and a youth council. We are also aware of her motive to earn money by working at Hood Canal businesses. She doesn't lay around very much. She has her career directions open as well as her choices for further education. We wish her well. We are proud to present a $1,000 scholarship to Kylan Powell.
Thank you so much. I'll be happy to make sure she gets that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So next, I'd like to introduce Sarah Jacobs. She's here from our Shelton High English department.
So I understand that the student we are recognizing tonight may not be here. So all of Waverly Thomason's friends, take out your cell phones and videotape this so she can see it. Okay. Waverly is a teacher's teacher. When we read Dante's Inferno in our honors senior English class this year, she knew more mythology than even I did, and lucky for me, she is charismatic and conscientious enough to make sure I got the details right. Waverly played Othello better than most actors I've seen, and she is also a master writer. I can only hope that she decides to change majors to English in college and come back to Shelton to teach in our English department so that we can continue to keep learning from each other. So, congratulations, Waverly.
Well done. And then last for this section from the Christmastown Kiwanis is Julie Rowan. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Students, congratulations on making it this far in your educational career. You still have so much more ahead of you, and we're all excited to see what happens. Families, good job making it this far in the program tonight. Our Christmastown Kiwanis Club proudly serves the children of Mason County. Our club puts on the Holiday Magic Festival every year, and we also sponsor Bluegrass from the Forest starting here tomorrow. And yes, we are that annoying group that asks you to buy wooden ducks for our annual duck race during Forest Festival. But I assure you all that money comes back to the community in the form of these scholarships tonight. Here tonight I have the pleasure of awarding 2 scholarships, and those hardworking students are Keegan Leach for $500 and Ty Smotherman for $250.
Thank you, Julie. And the Christmastown Kiwanis. Here's Sam Caffey.
We have 3 more tonight. Starting off is Cheryl Balding from the Shelton Schools Foundation.
Good evening. The Shelton Schools Foundation is a small group of volunteers who work to enrich the educational opportunities of Shelton School District students through classroom grants and scholarships. We also help to manage the H. Perry Jones Scholarship that was presented by Mr. Seaholm earlier. Our recipient of this year's $1,500 award is a young lady who plans to earn her master's degree in business. She has been accepted to and will enroll in the University of Washington Foster School of Business this coming fall. She's gained a great deal of business savvy already through DECA Club and her own business called Josie Bink. We are sure that one day this young lady will be the CEO of some big company, trust me. So we would like to present to you the 2019 recipient of the Shelton Schools Foundation Scholarship, Josephine Boudoir.
Thank you, Cheryl. Up next is Angela Arnold from the SHS Special Services Department.
It's because of outstanding students like the one receiving this award and his incredible parents that remind me that I have the most wonderful job in the world. I would like to present the Outstanding Overall Achievement Award to Mr. Curtis May.
Thank you, Angela. Last but not least is Lee Hanna and Sherry Myers from the Yesteryear Car Club.
The Yesteryear Car Club presents a scholarship to a graduating senior who is attending a school in Mason County. So this year, our award will be going to a Shelton High School student, and he will receive $1,000. His name is Alexander Lopez. We'll get it to him. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Jennifer Diet to present the Principals Award.
Thank you. I'm not sure why that's up here. Leave it to me to grab it and drop it. This evening, I get to honor one student at Shelton High School, which is a very difficult task, so I asked for help from our counselors that have been out here introducing all night. This award goes to Matthew Easton. Is Matthew here this evening? These are some of the reasons that Matthew was selected. Matthew Easton is one of our students who has worked hard to overcome a lot of adversity. At Shelton High School, we model the 3 R's, and Matthew does that well. Our 3 R's stand for responsible, respectful, and resilient. Matthew has made us extremely proud, and we're thankful that he spent his time with us. It's been our true pleasure. Matthew is set to attend an art school on the East Coast in the fall. And now a slight change. I'm back on. We're at the point in your program where we're doing the honor cord recipients. So I will be reading the names of the students receiving their honor cords this evening. Our assistant principals, Mr. Ed Stewart and Mr. Mario Juves, will be giving honor cords to the students. Any students that are not in attendance tonight can pick those up in the counseling center. And I'm going to start with highest honors, and we do go alphabetical. So students, please come forward once your names are called. Jillian Abe, Nina Baker, Josephine Boudouin, Matthew Davis, Kaya Good, we need to pause a moment. It's the wrong color. They're supposed to be gold, and I remembered that, so we'll switch those up.
Make a trade.
At least I caught it after, what, 5 names? My honor cords are still hanging on my bedroom doorknob, so I thought, those are not the right color. Thank you, Ms. Worsbicky, for helping.
Yeah. I'll bring you some gold. Okay. Well-oiled machine. We got it.
Thank you, Ms. Worsbicky.
Libby Hansen. Jorge Hernandez, Mac Howard, Quinn Lacey, Haley Owen, Benjamin Pierce, Zachary Rose, Emma Schumann, Zane Simpson, Kaylee Sloan, Maria Tovar Alvarez, Carissa Wedman, Mackenzie Wilkes, and Cece Yates. Highest honors is 3.75 to a 4.0 cumulative GPA since their 9th grade year. One more round of applause for our highest honors. The next group we will be honoring is the high honors. As we switch out our colored cords, this is the 3.5 to 3.749, again, cumulative GPA. Nicholas Ames, Jewel Amundson, Paul Brownfield, Shaylin Dolan, Dalton Edwards, Cole Forsman, Allie Godwin, Connor Harris, Mariah Hicks, Joseph Hill, Caitlin Holte, Max M. Johnson, William Johnson, Casey Kimball, Nathan Lev, Curtis May, Pierce McCullough, Tristan Newby, Luis Azuna, Michaela Porter, Kaya Pune, Aaron Shelton, Catherine Silva, Jacob St. Cyr, Aiden Stevens, Jacob Tormanen, Sheila Vasquez, and Samuel Wade. We'll wait just a moment for these last few kids to come up. Again, this is high honors, 3.5 to 3.749. Thank you, students. Our next group is our largest group. So as students come up, we'll probably need to create some rows. Students receiving the blue cords for honors: Alyssa Acton, Benjamin Aguilar, Natalie Alba, Ivory Anna Alexander, Ammon Anderson, Cordelia Atkinson, Bryson Baker, Kayla Batista Brown, Jade Byerly, Noah Benson, Kara Bogue, Jacoby Budge, Bradley Bushlin, Isabella Carter Witherby, Esmeralda Castro Nunez, Courtney Lynn Chamberlain. That was my niece, I had to throw in her middle name. Christian Christensen, Carolyn Clary, Madison Colbinson, Raven Cox, Bryce Dady, Joshua Deemer, Taylor Demon Neal, Jose Diaz Guerrero, Carson Dickinson, Brendan Engstrom, Wesley Flint, John Gerchak, Alex Gervasio Esteban, Pedro Gervasio Montejo, Micah Giberson, Kira Greer, Caitlin Gregoire, Emily Harvey, Kendra Havens, Allison Havner, Santa Hernandez Como, Kylie Holman, Nathaniel Howe, Trenton Hughes, Haley Jenkins, Juan Geronimo Pablo, Amaya Johnson, Cameron D. Johnson, Abigail Lambert, Viola Landman, Caitlin Lasley, Keegan Leach, Jessica Manning, Shelby March, Trevor Matlock, Rosa Mendoza Ramos, Lucy Navarrete Garcia, Ethan Payment, Maria Pedro Gervasio, Christine Pfaff, Kyland Powell, Claudia Ramirez, Mickey Richter, Jesus Rodriguez de Santiago, Delaney Sack, Adriana Schumann, Spencer Simpson, Gage Small, Ty Smotherman, Julia Solano Martinez, Alexa Soto, Jacob Straub, Ian Strozik, Waverly Thomason, Devin West, and Lillian Whaley. .0 to 3.49 cumulative GPA for 4 years of their high school career. Congratulations, students.
Hello. I am honored to present the College, University, and Association Awards for students A through G. So when I call your name, if you could come up to the stage. Jillian Abbey, the Washington State Honors Award, top 10% of Washington State High School graduating class of 2019. Also, the Scholarship Award for Whitworth University grant, and a Scholarship Award, Whitworth University Merit Scholarship. Can I have Ivoriana Alexander, stage? Pacific Lutheran University Academic Scholarship. Not here? Okay. Bryson Baker. Menlo College Full Tuition Decade Club Scholarship. Nina Baker, University of Puget Sound Scholarship. That's not all. University of Puget Sound Faculty Scholarship. Josephine Boudoir, Washington State Honors Award in recognition of outstanding academic achievement, top 10% of Washington State High School graduating class 2019. Noah Benson, George Fox University Academic Award Scholarship. And George Fox University Merit Scholarship. Matthew Davis, University of Washington Academic Scholarship. Joshua Deemer, St. Martin's University Gala Scholarship. And St. Martin's University Dean's Scholarship. Matthew Davis, 10% of Washington State High School graduating class of 2019. I guess I didn't have that all together. And the Burger King Scholarship. You're welcome. Brendan Engstrom, Wenatchee Valley College Baseball Scholarship. Allie Godwin, St. Martin's University Chancellor's Scholarship, and St. Martin's University Gala Scholarship. All right, can I have Mr. Caffey to the podium?
Thank you very much. On behalf of the 2019 Richard J. Geiger Memorial Scholarship, I have a passage to read. We want to acknowledge that we gather at Shelton High School on the traditional land of the Puget Sound Salish tribes, in particular the tribe of the Skokomish people. Past and present, we honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded it throughout the generations. This calls us to commit to continuing to learn how to be better stewards of the land we inhabit as well. Richard Geiger was a faithful steward of this sacred land. His life's work is evident in the many native species of bugs, plants, and animals that were once on the edge of extinction. He was a mentor to many. He was a friend to all. He will continue to live on throughout his impact on our land, this sacred, shared soil. So with that said, I'm honored to present the Geiger Memorial Scholarship to Mac Howard. In addition to this scholarship, Mac Howard is also receiving the Harstein Islands Women's Club Scholarship, as well as the Washington State Top 10% Achievement Scholarship. I'd like to also ask that Max Johnson come to the stage. He has 2 scholarship awards, one from St. Martin's University for the President's Scholarship, as well as St. Martin's Legacy Scholarship. Next, I have the scholarship award for William Johnson from the Western State Colorado University Basin Merit Scholarship. Washington State University's University Achievement Award goes to Quinn Lacey. And lastly, St. Martin's University's President's Scholarship goes to Nathan Lev. Followed up by Susie Honecker-Worsbicky.
Thank you, Sam. Okay. So here we go. Sheila Vasquez, will you come on up? Sheila is receiving the Mason County Pomona Grange Scholarship. And Ty Smotherman, can you come on up? Ty is receiving the Wenatchee Valley Baseball Scholarship. Okay, and Haley Owen, come on this way. Okay, everybody ready? You ready, Haley? There's the Washington State Honors Top 10% of the Washington State. There's the Johnson Wales DECA Scholarship. And the Johnson Wales University Academic Scholarship. Benjamin Pierce. Benjamin is receiving the Washington State Honors Top 10% in the Washington State Award. Jacob Torman. Is Jacob here? Oh, sir. I will save it for him. Maria Tovar Alvarez. Maria is also receiving the Washington State Top 10% honor. Cece Yates. Cece is also receiving the Washington State Top 10% Honor Award. Michaela Porter. Come on up. So, as Michaela's heading up here, we have the Western Washington University Multicultural Achievement Program Scholarship. And then we have the Western Washington Admission Scholar Award. And then we have the Western Washington Tuition Waiver Scholarship. And last, can I have Zach Rose come on up? Zachary Rose. Here is the St. Martin's Visit Scholarship that you get for visiting. And then the St. Martin's University Chancellor's Scholarship. You know where he's going to school. And then the St. Martin's Alumni Friends Scholarship. the St. Martin's Gala Scholarship, and the St. Martin's Scholastic Scholarship. Here's Jennifer Diet to close us out.
Thank you for being here this evening and dealing with our construction and finding a parking place and getting around the chain link fence. Welcome to our daily world here at Shelton High School. Seniors, unfortunately, you're not going to be here to experience the new campus, but please come back and visit. You've been a part of this vision as we've grown and we've built this. So, again, thank you for coming this evening, supporting our students. Audience, could we give one more round of applause for all of the awards students received tonight? The culmination to this on our end is to go back and total up the dollar amounts in waivers and scholarships and all of these things that these students have worked so hard. And I know that I can speak truly for the staff at Shelton High School, the staff at Oakland Bay Junior High, Olympic Middle School, Bordeaux Elementary, Mountain View Elementary, Evergreen Elementary, and probably any other school district you came from. We are extremely proud of you, and thank you for sharing these years with us. Thank you for being here this evening. Please drive safe.